Let's find out more. We can go live to Stormont now and speak to our Northern Ireland reporter, Dougie Beattie. Dougie, good morning.
Good morning and welcome to Stormont Estate in Belfast. You're quite right. It will always be remembered here as the place that David Trimble and John Hume jointly put back together again. They both won the Nobel Peace Prize because of that 1998 agreement. But it was always in flux in the 4 years where Trimble was the First Minister. They argued over decommissioning and legacy, and strangely enough to this day, legacy still haunts the institutions behind us. I first met David Trimble in the late 80s in the Unionist Hall in Carryduff. He was a law lecturer and he always came across that way. And they always say that history repeats itself. Well, the Conservative Party could take a leaf out of the book of what happened to the Ulster Unionist Party right now. He didn't bring the right wing of his party with him, and he decided that it was better to expel those that were against him, including, it must be said, Sir William Wright, who came from the Vanguard movement with him in the late 70s. William Wright is buried later this week, and I think the irony of that is not lost. David Trimble was a man of peace. He believed that there could be a different way for Northern Ireland. There was decades of very, very bad violence here. I mean, in 1 year in 72, we were talking about the Bloody Friday. There was over 400 lives lost. So something had to give, and David Trimble did try to do exactly that. But in trying to ignore the right of the party, he cost the party their electoral mandate. And in 2005, I remember standing with Dennis Murray and Peter Robinson watching the Banbridge count of where he lost his Westminster seat to Simpson, and he had to be escorted out of the premises in an Indian armoured car. Really, he then joined the Conservative Party later on and became a life peer. Behind me in the Senate chamber here is a painting on the wall of the first day of the Northern Ireland Assembly. And it's hard to believe it was that long ago, because the same problems have haunted it ever since. And when you look at that painting, there are very, very few left in it that were there on the first day. And that includes such people as Peter Robinson, Bob McCartney, and of course the Ulster Unionists themselves, who have now went down to about 9 seats from the majority that they held, and the SDLP are at 8 seats. But good times for Northern Ireland to see that Good Friday agreement, but the same problems have haunted it since, and it's often said that if he had have put his heels in at the time and tried harder to get those things over the line that were haunting it now, that it would have been in a better place.